In this video, we are going to understand how to send notification on Microsoft Teams for Webflow form submission. So here my objective is that every time a new submission is received in Webflow, which is a website designing tool, then automatically a notification should be sent on Microsoft Teams where my team is sitting. How can that be done? For this, we will be integrating these two applications using Pabbly Connect. Here, my trigger application will be Webflow and my action application will be Microsoft Teams. Now, to understand how you can do this yourself, let me take you to my screen. So this here is the dashboard of Pabbly Connect software. You can reach here with the link which is given in the video description. If you are the new user, sign up. It is not going to take more than 2 minutes. And if you are an existing user, simply sign in. Once you reach here, on the right hand side there's a tab Create Workflow. Let's click on this and a dialog box would appear which is asking you to name this workflow. Now here you can give any random name. Now what is my objective here? Every time I receive a new lead through Webflow form submission, then the information about that lead should be shared with my team sitting on Microsoft Teams. Send notification on Microsoft Teams for Webflow form submission. Let's click on Create. As we do that, here you can see we have reached another window which has got two extremely important events. One here is trigger, another one is action. Now triggers and actions are basically those two principles or concepts on which this entire automation works. Trigger is when this happens, action says do this. Basically action here is the response of your trigger application. Now as per this integration, my trigger application will be Webflow. Let's click on this. And then comes the trigger event. So this is the event that is going to make this workflow run, and here it will be new form submission. As we do that, here we have received a webhook URL which is going to act as a bridge for connecting Pabbly Connect and Webflow. I'm going to copy this. Once done, please read the help text carefully and let me show you exactly what you have to do. So this is my Webflow site. Here I'm going to go to dashboard. So once you reach here, this is the workspace. Now within this workspace, I have created two projects. Let's say that I want to work on Techno Institution project. So here you are going to click on the three dots, go to settings. As you reach here, you would be able to see integrations. Let's click on this and then you will scroll down and here you can see webhooks. Let's click on add webhook. Here you have to select the trigger type. This is form submission and now paste the URL that we have copied. Let's click on add webhook. So once you do that and once your webhook has been added successfully, go back to Pabbly Connect. What is it saying here? It is waiting for webhook response, which means that we have to do a test submission so that the data can be recorded here in the webhook response. This is to check if Pabbly Connect and Webflow are integrated properly. Now I'm going to take you back to Techno Institution and here I'm going to go up. Let's go back to the dashboard. So once we are here, this here is the form attached. Let's click on this hyperlink and here we have the contact form. Now let's say the name here is strange user. Email address is strangeuser@pabblytudes.com. This here is the phone number. Let's say the gender is female. Now I'm going to click on submit. Here the form has been submitted. Let's go back to Pabbly Connect. And here let's see if we receive the API response and yes, here it is. So this is the site ID, then we have the name, phone number, gender, full name. This was the name of the form. Then here we have the email address of the person who has just filled up the form. This here is the ID. Now once we have received this information, I want to send this information to my team sitting on Microsoft Teams. So my action application here will be Microsoft Teams. Let's click on this. And the action event here will be to send message in a channel. Let's click on this. Click on connect. So as we do that, here Pabbly Connect wants to connect itself with Microsoft Teams account. So I'm going to select add new connection. Connect with Microsoft Teams. I've already logged into my Microsoft Teams account. Now here we can see it is asking for some permissions. So I'm going to go down and I'm going to accept. And as we do that, here we can see that the authorization has been successful, which means that Pabbly Connect and Microsoft Teams are now connected. And once this is done, here we have to enter this information. First of all, the name of the team. So we have to choose the team or map the team ID. So here you can see we have got different teams. Now first I'm going to take you to my Microsoft Teams account. So here you can see I have created different teams. So let's say that I want to work on this Pabbly Connect team where I have created a channel. The name is Webflow Form Submissions. So here I'm going to select Pabbly Connect. Then we have to select the channel which is Webflow Form Submissions, and here we have to enter the message. So I'm going to write team, a new lead is received, details. So here I'm going to add the name of the person. How am I going to do that? Let's go to the previous step that you can see here, and this here is the name of the person. Now this method with which I have added the information here is known as mapping, and this is important so that every time the workflow runs, it can take the new data into consideration. Had I written the same information manually, then even when my workflow was running for the nth time, it wouldn't have taken the new information. Instead, it would have gotten stuck with the manually written data. So to avoid that, we mapped the information. Now let's add the email address of the person. Okay, let's go to step 1 once again, and this here is the email address. Now I'm going to add the contact number. So let's go to step 1. This is the contact number. Let's also add the ID that we have received, and here is the ID. Okay, so what is the gender? So let's add the gender as well. So here it is, this is female. Okay, so once done, let's write regards, and here we are done with the message to be sent. Let's click on save and send test request. As we do that, here you can see we have received the response, according to which now a message must be sent to the channel. Let's go and check the same. And yes, here you can see we have received this message. This means that our integration is a success, but we also need to check the same in real time. So I'm going to take you back to Webflow. Let's open this form once again, fill up the form. Let's say this time the name is new demo. This here is the email address. Then we have the phone number and the gender is male. Let's click on submit. Now let me take you to my Microsoft Teams account and see if we have received the response, and you can see we have just received the response. Okay, so here we have got the details. So this means our integration is a complete success. Now I'm going to take you back to Pabbly Connect to understand what we have done. So here our trigger application is Webflow. The event is new form submission. Then our action application is Microsoft Teams, where the event is send message in a channel. I hope this is absolutely clear to you. If in case you have any doubt, you can refer to the workflow which is given in the video description. You can also clone the same and start to process immediately. Apart from this, if you have any specific integration to work on, you can always write to us.
Not only this, but you can integrate multiple applications using Pabbly Connect software. To ask any of your query, you have to write at forum.pabbly.com. You can also visit our website, which is www.pabbly.com/connect. To get all the details about the latest updates, the integrations and applications, you can visit our Facebook group. If in case you have found this video helpful, then do not forget to share this with your friends and colleagues so that they can also get into automation and make their life easy. I'm going to see you very soon with different integrations and automations. Do not forget to like, share and subscribe. Take care of yourself.